In this August 24th episode of 3 Etobicoke, I'm going to take you through a very affordable 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 14-year-old townhouse with no maintenance fee in central Etobicoke, listed at only $799,000 that surprisingly is still available after 15 days on the market. A 3-bedroom bungalow on a 50 by 120 foot lot in the Long Branch neighborhood of South Etobicoke that is very walkable to both Lake Ontario and one of the best parks in Etobicoke, listed at $1,379,000, taking offers anytime. And 20 Totteridge in the Princess Anne Manor neighborhood, 4-bedroom, 5-bathroom, beautiful custom-built modern-style house, which looks like the perfect dream home I'll probably never end up living in, listed at $4.75 million. If this is your first time watching, my name is Jonathan Lee and I'm an Etobicoke real estate specialist. 3 Etobicoke is a video series that I run weekly where I analyze 3 different Etobicoke properties at 3 different price points. If you're interested in learning more or you would like to chat about real estate, you can schedule a call with me through Calendly at your convenience by clicking on the link below in the description. Now let's check out these homes. This week at our low-level price point, we have 9B Hobden Place, a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom, freehold townhouse with no maintenance fee, located right around Martin Grove and the Westway, listed at $799,000 by Home Life Miracle Realty. It was originally listed with an offer date of August 19th, but it's still allowing showings, so it did not sell. Not having spoken with a listing agent, I'm unsure if the sellers are hoping to sell for more than their list price. There's always that possibility, as it's very livable and, of course, pretty affordable. The last 2 sales of similar style townhouses on Hobden Place were around $900,000, but they did occur back in spring of 2022 before the rates started rising. So, a 10-15% price difference does seem valid. Let's have a look through the photos. Here it is to the front, and here we are as we enter the house. This townhouse will have most of the features of a modern build: upper level laundry, a primary bedroom, ensuite. As you can see, the main level has this sort of open concept layout as well. Towards the rear of the kitchen, there will be a walkout to a terrace, and this terrace will be right above the opening of the garage space, so it kind of doubles as a carport. Here's one of the bedrooms. Here's another bedroom on the second floor, the shared bathroom between the 2 of them, laundry on the second level. And upstairs is a primary bedroom. You can see it's kind of got this sort of lofted ceiling, this Juliet balcony here. And then you have your ensuite bathroom right there on the 3rd level. This is the rear view from the upper level. You can see there's an older apartment building here. There's a terrace off the back. This is the carport section that I mentioned with the garage opening. And that's mainly the house. The basement will be tight, as probably about 3/4 of the lower level is basically garage space. So there's pretty much just a single room down in the basement level with another bathroom. They're probably either they're using it as storage and it doesn't shoot great, which is maybe why they didn't include it as a photo. The unit overall looks like it's all original and it hasn't been updated since it was purchased. It's being sold by the original owner, but at nearly 15 years old, the finishes are looking a little bit tired, but of course it's still very livable. Could take you another 10-15 years or so before it really needs to be replaced. If you're ever buying a more recently built home, not a new home, but a recent 15-year-old home, right around 15 years of age is when you really need to start investing some money into maintenance of your property. The furnace, the air conditioner, the hot water tank, they might start buzzing or having issues around 15 years of age, and they don't really owe you anything beyond 15 years. You'll want to look at the caulking around the windows and around the doorways. Some of that will have dried out and start cracking. You don't want water entering into those cracks either. That can cause some more serious issues. And of course, you'll want to check your roof shingles at 15 years of age. Some of those shingles might have lifted with the wind. Just make sure that everything is still stable. Nothing has been blown off. It's kind of like when your car hits around 100,000 kilometers. The big maintenance package needs to be done. Flush the coolant, replace the transmission fluid, get new tires. Similar deal with a house at 15 years. There are about 20 or so of these townhouses on Hobden Place. You can see them on this strip right here. I'll do a street view as well. Here they are on this side, and then further right here down on this corner, you can see some more of them. Usually a freehold townhouse built less than 20 years ago in Etobicoke, it'll start around 1.15, 1.2 million. So being well under $1 million, these townhouses, they offer really good value, in my opinion. Granted, the ones that are selling for around 1.2 million, they will be larger, they will be newer, they will probably have higher end finishes as well. But the big reason that these townhouses right here are selling for considerably lower is, firstly, it's going to be due to its proximity to the airport. You can see it's like just right here. So there will be some airplane noise, especially as the primary routes going in and out of Pearson Airport. You can see this is the runway right here is east-west. So it's kind of unavoidable. And second, a big reason will be actually due to this apartment building right just to the south of it. Let's do a Google Street View here. You can see it's not the prettiest apartment building. It's a bit of an eyesore. Many apartment buildings, they reinvested in doing some improvements to their buildings in 2020 and 2021 when low financing became available. But it looks like this building, beyond replacing some of these balcony railings, didn't do very much of that. The building looks pretty dated from the time when it was originally built. But honestly, if you're a young family home shopping on a budget that doesn't mind occasional airplane noise and backing onto an apartment building, this property is really good value. So that's 9B Hobden Place at our low price point. At the mid-level price point, we have 54 23rd Street, a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, detached bungalow with a basement suite on a 50 by 120 foot lot in Long Branch, south of Lakeshore, and it's listed at $1,379,000 by Remax Escarpment. Here it is located on Google Maps. You can see it's pretty much across the street from Humber College right here, and is a very short walk to Colonel Sam Smith Park, which is all right here. Colonel Sam Smith is a very beautiful and tranquil park that doesn't actually get a whole lot of foot traffic. I find it's mostly just locals that visit the park. And of course, you can see it's very close to the lake as well. This section of South Etobicoke has quite a lot to offer. You can see there's a music school right here, which actually offers community performances. You have the Ken Cox Community Center close by, which also offers various services to the community, various programs. You have the Assembly Hall right here, which also, I believe they do art galleries and stuff like that there as well. And it's just really nice grounds. It's a really nice place to walk around. I find a lot of the houses here on 23rd Street are pretty well maintained and cared for, which in South Etobicoke with a lot of rentals and investments is not always the case. I'll do a quick stroll here. You can see it's pretty picturesque. The street looks really clean. And further down here as well, of course, towards the lake, you have some really nice, really expensive looking properties. Here it is, 54 23rd Street right here. So it's just a nice street. This property has 2 driveways on either side of it. Each driveway, to guess, it's probably about 10, 12-ish feet. This one looks like it's a little bit wider. This one looks pretty small because it's shared with the next door neighbor. So if I were to guess, this bungalow is probably only sitting on about 28, maybe 30 feet of the frontage. So while a bungalow on a 50-foot lot in other areas of Etobicoke will be a pretty good size, hovering around 1,200 to 1,300 square feet or so of main floor space, this bungalow will be smaller. And I'm going to say it's probably hovering around 1,000 to 1,100 square feet of main floor space. So let's go through and have a look at the rest of the photos. To start off, I just want to say that this is not a great first picture of a listing. Your first photo is what all prospective buyers will see of a property, generally as a thumbnail, as a browse realtor.ca, a house sigma, or even just get it as an email alert. This photo is, of course, as you can see, it's all tree. Realistically, I think this would have been the better photo to choose from, or potentially even this one. Just a small call out. Here we are on the front stoop, entering the home. Overall, the house looks like it's in good shape, a comfortable looking home. Though you can probably tell in the photos, it does look a little cozy. Most of the house does look pretty updated. The kitchen is a little bit small, but it does have an eat-in area. The basement ceiling height is probably 6.5, maybe 6.25 feet. Not crazy short, but not particularly high. Having the second kitchen and a bathroom down in the basement, that's pretty great. You could easily rent out the basement as its own suite, and with 2 driveways, of course, being able to accommodate a tenant's car, you could probably rent it pretty easily for around $2,000 a month as an all-inclusive. Now, interestingly, in other areas of South Etobicoke, Alderwood, Mimico, New Toronto, an old house on a 50-foot lot will sell for close to 1.5 million, pretty much regardless of condition. And that's just as land value. Builders, they're looking to split lots in South Etobicoke and build 2 of the skinny, tall homes on 25 sections each. Except for in Long Branch. Long Branch has the most stringent bylaws in the area, making it more difficult to split lots, meaning the land potential for larger lots in Long Branch is more limited. This is, of course, reflected in the sale price here at 1.379 million. However, over the past year or so, I don't remember exactly when this came into effect and when they voted it, the city has changed the bylaws allowing any residentially zoned property to build upwards of 4 residential units, including garden suites and what have you that's built on the land, all in an effort to increase the housing units in the city. This is a pretty recent change, so I don't know how this actually applies in Long Branch's case. I haven't investigated it further, but a lot of the red tape in rezoning and applying for building variances, it seems to have been lifted, at least on paper. I'm not sure if that's the case in practice. I don't know how easy it is to now split a lot and expedite that process, but buying a 50-foot frontage in Long Branch might be really good value if it's true that splitting the lot for more density will be allowed. Then this property could easily go up in value. So for potentially an end user who can enjoy the property for some years as is, because it looks like it's in great condition, definitely move-in ready, while also looking at the future value, the future potential of this home, this could be a bet that pays off very well. And that's 54 23rd Street in Long Branch. And at the high level price point, we have 20 Totteridge, a stunning rebuilt and redesigned 2-story, 4-bedroom, 5-bathroom home located in the Princess Anne Manor neighborhood, listed at 4.75 million by Weston Realty Partners. Here it is located on Google Maps. Outside of location and size of home, I find in real estate, a lot of how well a home sells is in how rare and unique it is, and how it makes a buyer feel, how the home speaks to a buyer. And I think this home speaks loads to a buyer, especially me if I could afford this home. I think this home is a really fantastic take on my home is my castle, a place where you relax and recharge. And it's not necessarily a place where you want to host and entertain large gatherings. I'm personally someone who enjoys my privacy, so this home with its modern design elements seems really nice to me. There's obviously a lot to say about this home that is probably better seen in photos and through the virtual tour, so let's just get on with it. Here the home is from the front. I think it's rather unassuming, still modern, but it doesn't have like the large floor to ceiling windows, on the face of the house that many modern new builds look to incorporate in the design. In my opinion, having that big face of just glass, it gives up a lot of privacy by having it there. Kind of, you're letting everyone know when you're home, what you're doing. You have to cover it with large curtains. I personally prefer this simpler design, but understand for many that their home is something they like to show off and it's a piece of pride. This isn't quite the angle I think they went with this house. So inside you have this really beautiful, solid, curved railing, and you can see it's got these arched doorways with these slatted wood room dividers. A lot of modern design is in mixing simple straight lines with curved elements, and most home builders, most home renovators, they'll achieve those curved elements by using curved hardware like round doorknobs, bulbous light fixtures with like straight cut baseboards and door trim, simple shaker style doors, all which are relatively easy to install and execute on since, you can of course cut a straight line with a saw. So seeing this curved stairway and this arched doorway, definitely leaves an impression, at least for me. I'm going to jump into the virtual tour here. So here we are from the front again. You can see the slatted wood room dividers here. I love the tan color of the wood floor and the wood accents here, especially in the recessed ceiling. So this would be the formal living room. I believe they're using this as a kid's playroom, but it could probably also double as an office space. You can see they've gone the route of having formal rooms on the main floor rather than having it all completely open concept. It's really common to see open concept layouts with, nearly the entire first floor space, especially on newer homes, newer builds. And of course, when you're building a home, you can do whatever you want with it. So adding these rooms in was a design choice. Here we walk into the kitchen, dining, family room section. Unfortunately, having the formal rooms here makes this section of the home a little bit smaller, but I think they've executed it really well. I like that it's not overpowered here with the black accents. I think they've done a really good job in making this space not feel small, but cozy. You know, like it will be very comfortable for you and your family to just enjoy cooking together, eating dinner together, watching TV together, really bringing back that concept that my home is my castle. So just off this dining space here, you have the first of 2 loggias. This is the main floor loggia. A loggia is basically like a roof covered outdoor space. You know, I think this is really cool right here. You can see it actually exists within the structure of the house, and it's not like an outdoor patio. But this space allows for outdoor accessibility all year round. Even in the winter, you know, you can warm up to the outdoor wood burning fireplace, watch TV out here in the summer, watch your kids swim in the pool just off the back. And you can see here that the glass door is floor to ceiling. So it allows for a lot of visibility and less division between those spaces. Here, just off this family room section, you can see they also have the powder room. Look at this door. It's curved at the top. A really beautiful custom looking door. You can see there's not a whole lot of doors in the space. So the select few that they installed, they probably spent quite a bit of money on these custom doors. So back to the main hallway here. Just off the right, you have your garage foyer where you can sit, get ready, your coat closet, put on your shoes, and access to your garage. Inside the garage, it's 2-car. I really like that it's got tiled flooring on it. I think it looks really classy. It looks like an extension of the house living space. That's pretty nice. Heated garage floors. That's also a nice feature here. One design feature that I think they did really well on, they added this extra storage space towards the rear of the garage, which I think is really key. I find a lot of people, myself included, you know, everyone kind of needs an indoor storage space for their outdoor equipment, their bikes, their lawnmower, what have you. In many homes, one of the garage spaces, if there's 2-car garage, usually ends up being dedicated towards all of that equipment. And a 2-car garage really becomes 1 car with 1 storage space. So here they've solved for that by adding the storage space towards the rear of the garage and still allowing for 2-car parking. Let's head on upstairs. So here we are going up that curved staircase. You got these really cool LED accents under the railings. And here you are at the upper level hallway. So on this side will be 2 bedrooms. This will be your nanny ensuite. You have a small 3-piece ensuite here. And then on the other side here, you have the first of 2 children's bedrooms. So this will be 1. And you have a walk-in closet on this side and a Jack and Jill bathroom on this side as well. 2 sinks. Bathtub, shower. This looks like it's a laundry basket. That's kind of cool. And then on the other side, you have your other bedroom here. This is some storage space. This is the other bedroom. And you can see this is the laundry space where they have their washer dryer and their folding station. And just right here is the primary bedroom. And here you can see the bedroom space, the actual sleeping space. It's not huge. And I actually like it that way. Personally, for me, in my bedroom, I pretty much just use it to sleep in. So I like that they've made the sleeping area not excessively large. I know a lot of newer homes will make these primary bedrooms that are really quite massive, like pretty much like a bachelor apartment size, you know, just without the kitchen, without the living area set up. And rather than making this outdoor space part of the interior, they've actually turned this into a 2nd floor loggia, which I really like. You have this second outdoor fireplace. This looks like it's gas, but this is just like a really cool place that you can hang out, I guess, after the kids go to sleep, enjoy a glass of wine, maybe a beer, talk with your partner, read a book, maybe do some work when the weather's nice, and just sit and reflect with your partner. I do see a lot of like Juliets and really small balconies off of primary bedrooms that aren't really useful or effective. I think having this large space here makes it really cool. You can do yoga in the morning, drink your coffee, really kind of get immersed in this outdoor space almost all year round. So that's a really cool design feature. Back to the primary bedroom. And here we are going into the first of 2 walk-in closet and dressing areas. You can see this was his section here that leads its way into the ensuite bathroom. You have your water closet, which is basically just a enclosed toilet, allowing you to have just a little bit more privacy. His and hers sinks, heated towel rack. You can see you got your tub. This window is looking out over that loggia space. So you still do have a lot of privacy if you choose to take a bath. And then this is the hers walk-in closet dressing station, which is really nice as well. So a really stunning primary bedroom. I mean, this is like a luxury hotel with all this outdoor space, with that spa-like bathroom, huge walk-in closets and dressing stations. Really like this. So let's head on down to the basement. So here we are going down towards the basement. Down in the basement, you have your theater room here. You can see it's staged in 2 different sections. Towards the rear of the basement, you first have your mechanical room with additional laundry. Just want to point out that there are 2 dedicated furnaces and air conditioners for each level of the home. This will definitely make regulating temperature on each floor much easier to do. I'm back out here. You have your 3-piece bathroom and then a bedroom just off towards the back here. And the pièce de résistance, the basement gym. Pretty much has everything you need for fitness maintenance, I think. You know, it's got a pretty big weight rack here, a treadmill, and then right here off the back, you have a door that goes up towards the first floor loggia. And off towards the rear of the house as well, you have your backyard that also has a small swimming pool and a pool house with a covered outdoor eating space. So this is the outdoor pool. At the pool house, most likely it's going to house the heated pool mechanicals, and maybe it has like a change room and maybe a shower as well. But overall, I really do like this house. So I think the big question with this house is it worth $4.75 million? I don't know. In the luxury space, I find that value is really in the eyes of the beholder. And it's harder to compare luxury homes against each other since most are in great areas. Can't really make an argument against location, but I find that they're often also very different from one another, either in its styling or its design. I haven't seen another property in Etobicoke quite like this. And honestly, I think I shouldn't have at this price. This house should pretty much just be one of one and should be everything that a buyer is looking for. And I think for the right buyer, it is. Most likely a family who enjoys privacy, enjoys their family time together, and is looking to spend time at home in what feels like a luxury resort. This probably isn't for the family that wants to host large Christmas gatherings or lavish parties, because I think that with the walls and with the space, it's just a little bit too tight for that. But maybe for the family where the parents, they both work 50, 60-hour work weeks at stressful jobs and just want to spend time with their kids when they're enjoying their downtime together. I think there's probably a lot of those types in Toronto, and we'll see if one of them has the deep pockets to buy and enjoy this home. So that's 20 Totteridge. That wraps up this week's episode. If you're interested in learning more about any of these homes, or you would like to chat about real estate, you can schedule a call with me through the Calendly link below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Cheers.